Protectors of the Grid, Chapter 49. The test lab was a huge, sterile building, half the size of a football field. Half of that was filled with desks, file cabinets, and odd containers marked with the names of exotic minerals most people never heard of. At the other end was a box within a box, its foot-thick transparent sides laden with clusters of cables and boxes filled with circuit boards and blinking lights. Right now the atmosphere sizzled with the energies of anticipation, hope, and a tinge of fear. Everyone have their infrared goggles on? You won't be able to see anything once we turn the lights off if you don't. Charlie checked one more time. In addition to the Core 4, 3 other people from the tech team were operating key positions. Charlie slid her goggles down over her eyes. And you won't be able to see anything until our simulation of the crystalline grid is in full flow. Then you should see a river of energy. It's not unlike looking at a neon sign, but without the firm edges. The grid's edges blur. You can still see it clearly, though, encircling the globe suspended in the center. Charlie paused, took a deep breath, and continued. It almost feels like looking at Earth from space. She paused, remembering the reverence for creation the sight evoked, anticipating what was to come. We're going to release 144 minicams into the flow today. They are already arranged on the floor in the same hexagonal pattern as the grid. We will activate everything. Then Ben will align with the energetic passcode. That's when things should happen. You'll know if everything works right. God willing, and the creek don't rise, Ben murmured under his breath. Exactly. Agreed, Charlie. Ready? On the count of 3, turn off the lights. The tech nearest the bank of switches reached toward them. Click. The darkness was so complete it was disorienting. The sounds of breathing and the hum of equipment magnified. Slowly, bit by bit, a glow appeared within the test box. It wavered and shifted as though seeking connection. Then hexagons began to form. As they grew brighter, they began to join together, a Rubik's Cube finding its own shape. Soon the glow flickered brightly around the globe at its center, a web of diamonds reflecting its inner light. Now Ben, Charlie announced. Those close to Ben could hear him murmur, but too softly to be understood. Inside the test cube, the minicams stirred. Stirrings became small movements as the tiny objects seemed to float in unison toward the glowing grid. As they drew near to the flow, they seemed to sweep into accord, and after a few seconds of disorder, slipped into regularity, equal distance from each other. Everyone who had been holding their breath released it in a great exhalation. Turn on the receivers, Charlie ordered, and 4 large screens came alive, each with 36 images sent from a single minicam. Activate the signal points, Charlie directed. In each of the 36 images on each of the 4 large screens, a unique glyph appeared. Now turn on the controls and activate the alpha cam. In the top right image of one screen, a series of glyphs began to scroll as the camera scanned for the new location assigned to it. It locked in and the scrolling stopped. Activate Betacam, Charlie ordered, nearly breathless with excitement. They turned to a second screen to watch as the images scrolled through Betacam, then locked into a different position. Go all the way to Zetacam, Charlie ordered. An image in the center of the third screen began to search, finally locating and locking onto its new glyph. It's working. We did it. The cheer that went up bounced off the bare concrete outer walls of the lab and echoed before fading away into silence. They gazed in awe at the silent flow of dark specks along the river of light for several more minutes. The atmosphere in the room sparkled with its own invisible energy, light felt but not seen, even with infrared goggles, the light of pure intention and life force, happily married.